What's up, guys? This is Roshni Sanghvi. I'm a plant-based sports nutritionist and a body transformation specialist. Today, we are going to discuss about 5 sneaky ways you can get some greens into your diet without being overwhelmed. Greens, honestly, are hard to consume, and most people don't consume any at all. But greens are very nutritionally packed. If you look at any diet in the world, including fad diets, everyone's going to recommend you to come eat more greens. And the reason for that is greens are very, very high in volume, so they fill you up very fast. They have an enzyme called thylakoids, which increase your satiety level, your satisfaction level. So if you consume a little bit of greens with every single meal, you're not going to be, you tend not to have too much snacks later on. You're going to be feeling fuller for a longer period of time, but they're not very dense in calories. They are just a lot of nutrition, a lot of vitamins with very, very little calories. How much greens should you be consuming? On an average, you should be consuming about 1 gram of greens per kg of body weight. So if my body weight is around 55 kgs right now, I should be consuming around 55 grams of greens per day. Reflect your diet since morning. How much greens have you gotten today? Or yesterday? Or through the week? Most people don't get any greens in their diet and you're missing out on a lot. It's a natural, faster way to help you burn fat. It's like tricking your body that you're eating too much food, but you're really not. So let's see what are the 5 different ways you can consume greens and be sneaky about it. Number 1, smoothies. Of course, smoothies. Now, when we talk about greens, most people just think about palak or spinach. Spinach is not the only greens. There's so much variety out there, and through these videos, I'll give you different recipes, none of which include palak. But the other thing with palak or spinach is palak is very high in oxalic acid, and consuming too much palak will interfere with the absorption of other minerals, including calcium. So don't have any particular greens every day. Keep replacing your sources. What I like to add in my smoothies, a lot of greens which you naturally get in India, which is mostly there in any Indian household in any kind of fridge, like methi, fenugreek seeds, or mint leaves, or pudina. Tulsi is a great option. Basil is a great option. Dill leaves is another great option. Spinach, sometimes if you have to have spinach, then spinach is a great option. Any greens which you don't like the taste of, hide it in a smoothie. And trust me, a green smoothie does not taste greens. It does not taste of greens. Make sure you're adding enough fruits and frozen fruits, especially frozen fruits and frozen bananas. And it's going to really, bring out a lot of flavor in your smoothie without. And if you really don't like just fruit and greens, add half a scoop of protein powder. That's my cheat sheet. I don't promote a lot of supplements. I don't promote, in fact, even taking protein supplements, because you get more than enough on a plant-based diet, but it will bring this flavor in the smoothie out. So if that helps you, maybe add that. Number 2 is the South Indian dish. I think it's a Karnataka dish called Poriyal or Keerai Poriyal. Keerai, I could be pronouncing it wrong, literally translates to green. And you can use any greens for that. I'm leaving a recipe for everything in this video, so you can refer to. But if you just Google or YouTube Keerai Poriyal, I'm sure you'll get many videos. Amaranthus is one of my favorite when I'm making a Keerai Poriyal. Red amaranthus or green leaf amaranthus makes an amazing Keerai Poriyal. And I love to have this before my lunch, because it's very, very high in taste. It's very filling, and I naturally wouldn't eat as much for lunch if I'm having it before lunch. So it's these small lifestyle changes, how you tweak your lifestyle changes so you don't overeat and then you don't gain weight. Another great way to make poriyal is using gongura leaves. Again, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing these right. I'm probably not. But I'm giving you ideas, okay? So just go with that. Gongura leaves, again, make a very, very good, poriyal dish. Or you could use like a drumstick leaves. Drumstick leaves are also really, really great. Number 3 is salads. Of course, salads. But not all greens will taste good in salads. I personally hate spinach in salads, but some greens which I really like is watercress. I love watercress in salads. Watercress have a lot of anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. It's these things, they have this phytochemicals. It's these things in watercress leaves which protects you against many diseases. Many people they are living mostly a healthy life, and they don't smoke, they don't drink, but then they get things like cancer and lifestyle diseases, and they ask themselves, why did I get this in spite of living a mostly healthy life? Because you're probably not getting enough phytochemicals, you're not getting antioxidants. Things like watercress have a lot of antioxidants. It's like, it's like an insurance for yourself. Watercress leaves are amazing, but also kale. Make a warm kale salad. Just add a little bit of crushed garlic, soy sauce, salt, to kale and then whip it up like for 2 minutes on the gas, and you get like this warm kale salad. Watercress and kale are my favorite leaves. A trick with watercress is soak it in water. Soak it in water for some time, like in 30 minutes, and then remove it from water and add it to salad. It adds a little bit of crunch and it tastes delicious. Number 4 is soups. Of course, soups. I always start my dinner with soups, and it's a great way to get some greens in without really tasting it. Bok choy is my favorite. I make like a hot and sauce soup with chopped up bok choy, or like a leek and potato soup. Again, tastes amazing. You're not going to taste the leeks or the bok choy, but it brings a lot of flavor to the greens. Also, whip up anything, like any of the vegetables which are in the fridge which are going bad. Boil it up, add some greens, and just blend it up together. Add some spices and garlic and cinnamon and black pepper, salt. All of this will bring out the flavor, and just have some soup before dinner. A very, very highly suggested option. It sort of acts as like it's not negative calories, but it's going to ensure you don't eat as much for your dinner. Number 5 is chutneys. Now, I don't mean like a tablespoon of chutney itself, but I mean the kind of liquidy, watery chutney which you add on rice. And again, I think it's a South Indian thing because I was raised in South India and I eat a lot of greens here. One of my favorite option is this thing called Brahmi Tambuli. I think it's a Tamilian dish, but I could be wrong, and I'm leaving a recipe here for you to have a look at. But Brahmi leaves are very, very healthy for you, and a great way for me is just to make this Brahmi Tambuli, which is like a liquidy chutney. It tastes amazing with rice, and it's a great way to get some Brahmi leaves in. It's made with coconuts and Brahmi leaves, but of course you could replace your Brahmi leaves with any other leaves, because Brahmi leaves itself don't have too much of a flavor. It's not very strong like dill leaves, so any other leaves would also be completely fine for this dish. So I hope that helps, guys. My suggestion would be add a little bit of greens every single meal. That way you don't have to calculate. That's what I do. If I'm having a breakfast, it has some form of greens. If I had lunch or dinner, it has some form of greens. Mostly salad for lunch and soups for dinner takes care, but have some kind of greens for every single meal. I hope this helps. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube. Give a like, leave a comment if you're watching this on Instagram or Facebook, and share it with a friend or family member who needs to eat more greens. Cheers, guys. Have a good day. Bye.